Our official sponsor, Greenwood Stock Trading. If you want to learn how to make some passive income, some extra money, so you can invest in your future and your kids' future, give them a call for a free 10-minute consultation, 281-760-3170. Go get to the bag. All right, man, let's talk about some final thoughts before Caleb Plant and David Benavidez lace them up tomorrow. They did the weigh-in. Benavidez just weighed in a little bit north of 166. Caleb Plant kind of weighed in at Aguiar. The Zach one's what, about 167 and some change. Got a little bit chippy. Caleb Plant touched David Benavidez's face. He got mad and angry and all this type of shit, man. And Plant troll level is, and mind game level is percolating right now, man. It's hitting its full stride. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. But yeah, he got in there today, man, and weighed in. I think everybody made weight. I seen the Colbert and Venezuela and Spencer and Ramos weigh in. I don't know about everybody else. Don't forget this weekend also got Richard Comey taking on Jose Ramirez. They passing Richard Comey around like he the female homie over there at Top Rank and shit. So, it is what it is. I don't think anybody got any interest in that fight. I don't. For what? I'll talk about the lineups for the fights and all that type of stuff too. So, Caleb Plant, the Benavidez came in at 166 and 3/4. So basically, he came in at 167 pounds. Caleb Plant came in at 167 and 1/4. He basically just came in quarter pound over 167 pounds. So a lot of people said 166 scared them for Benavidez, bro. He basically came in at 167. That's what he came in at. People say, well, Benavidez is looking weight drained, and Benavidez ain't looking good. I mean, he young. How old is David Benavidez? 26 years old. He young. The younger you are, the easier the E26. Yeah, the younger you are, the easier it is to recover. It's easy to recover. You at the peak of your recovering powers, like you Wolverine or some shit like that. So, yeah, you at the peak of your fucking powers, bro. So your recovery powers, bro. Caleb Plant 30, that's not old, but also that's kind of when your body start kind of like not, kind of falling out its prime at recovering and breaking down food and break down food the different type of way, right around 29, 30 for most people. You know what I'm saying? But, a lot of times for a prize fighter, that's kind of like when they start to really hit their prime and shit at that weight, at that age, your mental and your physical, starts to peak at the same time and shit. So, but yeah, don't forget you can listen to this on the podcast in the morning. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make it available right after this. Since this is the final thoughts, I'll make it available right after this. Probably about 10 o'clock it'll be everywhere. About right at 7 it'll be on Anchor. Around 8 it'll be on Spotify. And today, and then around 10 it'll probably be everywhere else. 11ish it'll be everywhere else. So I'm on Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, Caleb Plant really hitting that peak. Benavidez, inexperienced. I think a few people just looking at what Canelo did and say, well, Benavidez just gonna do the same thing, and that very well may well be true. Always 1 + 1 don't always equal 2. You know what I'm saying? It don't. You can't do that. Canelo is a different fighter. The punches come from a different trajectory, and already Caleb Plant already he already went through that. So now he know what to prepare, what he need to work on. Even though I knew he needed to work on that a while ago, and he kind of brought up that's what his dad That's what his dad kind of always wanted him to get back to fighting like that. And I guess the other trainer, couldn't accommodate them. But he should, I guess if they saying if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But you can kind of see things being broken in the Caleb Truex fight. Yeah, you see shit being broken in the Caleb Truex fight where Marshall Salute, where you can see, it's not really working like that. He need to do something different. He need to hold his ground. A lot of people can't get through that. Hey, Plant can't crack an egg. Or the rail fight was just an anomaly, and this, that, and the third of shit. What you gotta understand too is he was not sitting on his shots. When you plant your feet, you generate a different type of power. You know what I'm saying? When you sitting on your shots, I know people don't know what the fuck that means. They say stupid stuff like, "Oh, Plant can't punch," and I've been saying it from the beginning. When you sit on when he sit on his shots, he can punch. He can punch. That's what I don't understand. People going around saying, "Oh man, he can't punch, man," and he feather fisted and stuff, bro. Why? Just learn boxing first, and then these be the same people. These be the same people that'll try to argue something down, and they don't know shit about boxing. They've been watching boxing for a few years, 5-6 years, none at all, and they will try to like literally argue you up and down. They will try to literally argue up and down about something they don't know what they talking about. So you got to understand too, it's how he's sitting on his shot. It's how you sit, it's how you punch. He just moved too much, and when you move too much, it's hard to generate power. Some great fighters can generate power by moving off platform. He not one of them. So, people say, oh, he can't punch, and Breadman got him sitting on his shots. That's what he needed versus Canelo. You don't sit there and let no Canelo walk you down, moving up in weight. He got the wrong mentality. He moved. He started boxing and moving, and he looked well while doing it. But the problem with Caleb Plant, he can't keep that up for 12 rounds, and not many people can. You don't even see Floyd Mayweather move for 12 rounds. You know what I'm saying? It got to become a point where you got to be stationary. And I'm gonna talk about Benavidez too in a second, but it got to come to a point where he got to be stationary, bro. It's as simple as that. It got to come to a point where he got to be a stationary fighter, in this fight. And people say, "Oh man, if he stay on the outside, he can win." And man, dude, that's the wrong game plan. That's where Benavidez wants you at. He wants you on the outside. He wants you moving back, and the best way to fight somebody like Benavidez is if he can box on the back foot, then Caleb Plant ass out then. If he can out finesse Caleb Plant in the inside, Caleb Plant ass out. That's where Caleb Plant got to beat him at. Caleb Plant got to push him back. Caleb Plant got to push him back, get up under him, rip the body. You know what I'm saying? And if Benavidez try to defend himself or start defending himself with his offense, then you tie him up. That's what people don't understand, bro. Like, you can't keep letting him get on the all. You can't stay on the outside and box with somebody all night, especially a pressure fighter. You can't, bro. Like, you really, like, you seen Mayweather do it versus Baltimore, but he made that fight tougher than what it had to be. Just continue to move off the mark, move off the mark, move. At some point, you got to hold your ground. You know what I'm saying? You got to establish that, I can't hurt you. So, Esau Leak salute. See, but you got to establish that you can hurt him. And for Benavidez, you want Caleb Plant to move. No matter how big the ring is, he gonna fade. That's what his history tell you. He gonna fade. That's what the history tell you, that when he get in there, he gonna fade. That's what history tell you about Caleb Plant. So you want him to be moving, you want him to be sliding on the ropes. Benavidez, people say, I always see Benavidez and cut off the ring. Caleb Plant gonna cut it off on himself doing all that moving. Especially if he moved for the whole fight. He gonna do it. He gonna cut it off himself. So, with Benavidez, it's whoever control the jab, whoever control with the jab. And for Benavidez, it's just breaking Caleb Plant down. That's working the body. It's cutting the ring off. And can he take the power too? He ain't been in there with somebody as sharp as Caleb Plant. I'm telling you. So, This is a test, for him. He don't have the experience on this level. He looked good beating the guys that he beaten, but he ain't beat nobody. He ain't beat nobody. So this is a step up. This is a introduction into getting other bigger fights. He ain't beat nobody. He liked to come forward. Nobody ever work his body. Everybody try to headhunt him. Because he always don't bring his hands back home. There's some deficiencies there that he get away with because he's bigger than a lot of people. But Caleb Plant is damn near eye level with him. Caleb Plant arms is just as long as his arms are. So some of the things that he may get away with the Kyron Davises of the world, the Porky Medinas of the world, he may not get away with that with Caleb Plant. He may walk right through Caleb Plant. And by the third or fourth round, we talking about, Benavidez probably being a new king of the division. I don't care if Canelo got all the belts, because I know Canelo not going to fight him. So that can be the conversation that we having after the fight. But I just know and experience of watching boxing, when guys tend to step up in competition, it tends to be some resistance. It tends to be, is he going to go past the resistance? That's the question. And I think he got to keep in mind, too, no matter how much Caleb Plant hard to hit, if he boxing, he moving, it's legal to hit him everywhere. It's legal to hit him on the elbows. It's legal to hit him on the shoulder. It's legal to hit him in the chest. It's legal to hit him on the hip. It's legal. So if I'm him, you got to keep that in mind. If you start getting frustrated, get back on the jab and just hit him where you can hit and break him down where you can hit him at. That'd kind of be my backup plan if I'm his dad. If Caleb Plant putting rounds in the bank and, looking good and whatever you're doing working, I just keep telling him, hit the body, hit the elbow, hit the shoulders. We're going to break them down late. We're going to step it up late. That's what I tell him. But, it's foregone conclusion in a lot of people's mind that he going to just run through Caleb Plant. And I'm telling you, when a lot of times when that's the conventional, thinking in boxing, it tends to go to completely the other way. So, it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be who control that jab and who control the real estate. And, I think that's kind of what it's going to be. But, I mean, we got to wait and see, man. It's going to be a tremendous fight. I think you're going to see people get hurt. You're going to see conditionings tested. Real quick, shout out to Gary Benson for a donation. Shout out to my brother Ed for a donation the other day. I appreciate both of y'all, especially Ed. He sent some big money. I appreciate that. Don't forget, you can find the Cash App in the link tree or the description, or the Venmo, PayPal, or some of that is rolling at the bottom of your screen. My boy Ricky East, Lou, he said somebody gonna do stinky leg in this fight. Somebody might not go down. Might be too much pride to go down. I mean, you just never know. You just never know. It might be too much pride for somebody to go down. Real talk. It might be too much pride for somebody to go down. So, in my opinion, bro, I don't really think people know exactly what they're getting. If I had to be real, I think people think, what happened with Canelo, with Caleb Plant, is just going to be Benavidez going to do it easier. Just got to remember, Canelo seasoning salt, garlic powder, the whole nine, pepper, whatever you lose, essence, Mrs. Dash, whatever he's fully seasoned. Because just because Canelo did it don't mean Benavidez going to do it. And Canelo did struggle. Nazay salute. He said he got Plant. Salute but Canelo did struggle. He did struggle for a minute in that fight. I mean, he struggled with Billy Joe Saunders. Yeah, he struggled with Billy Joe Saunders for a minute. So, maybe Benavidez don't struggle. He make the biggest statement that, a fighter you could make as a fighter. He run through Caleb Plant. You just think of some of his greatest hits throughout his career, in his short career. I mean, people worry about him being weight drained. I don't really worried about that. When you was young as him, he can recover. Could he have overtrained? Yeah. And that's on him. So, I mean, that's on him in his camp. Get the fight night and you leave everything in the gym. But you look at, some of the guys he fought, Lemieux, he can punch, but he was over with by that time. Kyron Davis, a smaller guy. Ronald Ellis, a smaller guy. Romeo Lexus and Gulu. I think he missed weight. Anthony Durrell, I think he stopped him on cuts or whatever happened. I think he was cut or something. Jalen Love, speak for itself. Ronda Garville, the rematch, he blew past him in the original fight. I had him losing that original fight, honestly. Um, yeah, I had him losing the original fight, bro. It was close. I think like a point or two. He got dropped, but that was a close fight. But he came back, did it again, blew Ronald Garville out the water. He beat Porky Medina through that 23 punch combination, whatever it was. So, like I said, some of these dudes that he fight, you know what I'm saying? Garville was pretty big at 6'2", so and he gave him everything he wanted, and some. He gave him everything he wanted and some. So Jalen Love, a smaller guy, Darrell, solid. Romero, Alexis, and Nguelu. I think that was during the pandemic. Solid size. So we'll see. But he definitely stepping up in speed and class. And I ain't saying much to a lot of his opponents that he is fighting, bro. He said playing bigger, stronger, faster. I ain't sure about stronger or bigger, but we gonna see fight night. We gonna see fight night if he bigger, stronger, and faster. Um, but yeah, people say, oh, he looks drained and whatever the situation may be. But I don't worry about it. When you that young, you just don't worry about it. You don't worry about it. When you as young as that kid is, he should be able to recover and handle his business. But it is, finally got a good fight. We finally got a good fight. People talking about, boxing been on fire, and I'm like, where? Shit, I've been MIA on this shit, bro. Like, I mean, what other good fights we had this year? You know, um, I'm trying to think, bro, because I don't really care about the Figueroa and the Mayaxo. Sheik Foster, Ray Vargas, that was a cool fight. But other than that, I mean, people acting like we had banger after banger. And I just be looking at people, bro, and I just be looking at their definition of what they think boxing is. And it don't take me long to know that they are not. They don't know what great boxing look like. They don't know what good boxing look like. You know what I'm saying? So, Fulton Inouye got pushed back, and Inouye got a hand injury. They gonna have a new date. I mean, so be it. So we'll see. But this by far, at least on paper, been the biggest fight of the year. I think it's the best fight from a purest boxing standpoint of view. Even more so than Ryan Garcia and Tank, them two guys who protected fighting each other and trying to be the cash cow by alternative or scenic group. So this right now, as far as fights being made, especially with Inouye and Fulton falling back, I mean, it's the best fight. It's the best fight that you can find. It's the best fight that is made. I think I took more of an interest in this if Fury and Usyk had came through, and Fury Usyk it didn't come through. So um so yeah, this is the best fight be made. You can make Wilder and Andy. Still take this fight over Wilder and Andy. I can care less if they ever do or don't fight. So Virgil Ortiz and the Stay On is a solid fight too. So yeah, I mean, we ain't had a fight this good in a long time, at least on paper. You know, on paper, we ain't had nothing this good in a long time. For real. So I mean, uh so hopefully they got a lot of competition in Vegas, the NCAA tournament. It's a rumor going around that Bud and Spence could be announced as early as tomorrow or during the telecast. I doubt that. Um, uh, so just kind of thinking, New Wave Fulton really was the nucleus of it. Um, so we have to wait and see. We had to wait and see. Um, what they come up with, but this is what we got now. Um, it's their time to bat and swing. I mean, could you see a rematch? You could. Could you see a trilogy? You could. Benavidez said after the weigh-in that he said would Hatchet be buried after the fight? He said fuck no. He said fuck no. He said a Hatchet will not be buried after the fight. So I mean, it's one thing, before the fight they get in there and you get respect from each other, and But apparently they willing to set up a second or a third fight too if it's competitive enough and people want to see it again. Bernard Hopkins is one of the few people that picked Plant in the split decision type of fight, a close fight. So, we'll see. Benavidez look weight drained. I mean, y'all say that about every fighter, but shout out to Barber. Y'all say every time somebody weigh in, they look weight drained. It don't matter. This their job. He 26 years old. He can recover. Caleb Plant didn't look too good neither. That's just their job. That's their job. Look at Caleb Plant fucking face. His shit sunken in too. It's their job. They probably both walk around about 200 pounds. If we being real. So yeah, I don't really get into the weight drained and all that shit because this is what they do. This is what they do. If you want to use it as an excuse or he overtrained or something like that, hey, shouldn't have took the fight. Should have moved your big ass up. Salute. But when you 26 years old, bro, that ain't shit. That ain't shit. He'll recover. He would recover in no time, bro. So Caleb Plant didn't look like he was the healthiest at the weight neither. So every time we get a fight, everybody say, "Oh, he looks weight drained and shit." And then after the fight, it's just like we forgot about it. All these dudes is weight drained. They cutting down to 68. You think these dudes 6'1" and 6'2", and they walking around at 168? Fuck no. The Benavidez probably naturally walk around at 220. Just if he wasn't doing this, he'd be probably, or he just kept in shape, but about 220, 230. Caleb Plant probably easily walk around 200 pounds, 205, 10 pounds. If he just living a regular life. So yeah, everybody weight drain. Ain't too many people that fight around their weight. Ain't nobody that fight at the weight they perfect at, unless them small dudes. Fury didn't want the Usyk fight. I told y'all that. I told y'all. He said Jose and Comey is happening tomorrow. Yeah, I don't think nobody care about that. Especially Jose Ramirez still bringing up Regis, and he's scary as fuck. So he's scary as hell. Him and his manager trying to spin some shit like somebody care. He said, "Who's Regis fighting next?" And y'all ain't fought in a year. Boxing got some true characters in it for me, bro. These motherfuckers be lying and ducking and lying. They got some true characters, bro. For sure. But like I said before, for Benavidez, bro, he just got to get past the experience part of it. That's it. That's it for Benavidez. And he better be mentally prepared for a tough night tomorrow night. Ronaldo, salute. He got to be mentally prepared for a tough night tomorrow night, bro. None more, nothing less. You know how you say, well, shit, Thursdays at work is tough, or I got the kids for the weekend, whatever. And how you mentally prepare yourself for a tough day. The days that really knock you on your ass is the tough days that you don't brace for. It's like a punch. A lot of these guys, they can see a punch and they can brace for it. They can take it. It's the punches that you don't see at this level that knock motherfuckers out. Same thing with tough patches in your life or tough, rough patches at work, whatever you do. When you mentally prepare for a tough day or a tough time, or you got the in-laws coming in, whatever you got, and it's about to be some bullshit, you able to prepare for it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you able to, it ain't as bad as you seem. But it's the shit that catch you off guard, and tough times that catch you off guard. Tuesday's usually easy, and it's a tough ass Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Those are the ones that eat you up. So he got to be mentally prepared to fight 12 rounds, because if Caleb Plant, get up fast, he got to finish strong. Regardless, however it go, Benavidez got to finish. They both got to finish strong. But if Benavidez lose, is he gonna be able to recover from this, bro? That's the question. Is he? I mean, these dudes that got all this confidence, that's arrogance and all, is he gonna be able to recover? Is he gonna be able to continue? Is he gonna go get a whole gallon of Haagen-Dazs, start eating himself into a depression? Because he talked all this shit, he getting all this praise. Mike Tyson, make him a monster. Say his name, Tylo. Say his name. He getting all this praise. Stephen A. giving him all this praise. So imagine if he lose to Caleb Plant after what Canelo did. Canelo gonna get on social media or whenever person that interview Canelo, he gonna hold his nuts. Amigo thought he was ready for me. Payday, payday. Caleb Plant had already lost. People can say, well, Caleb Plant can go for being a journeyman or whatever like that. Could. But I like what Chris Colbert said. Somebody asked Chris Colbert, they was like, if you lose again, this is over with. He said, no, Tevin Farmer lost a bunch of fights in the beginning of his career, still became world champion. He said Bernard Hopkins lost his first fight. It was at super middleweight, I believe. Still went on to become, one of the greatest of all time, had the most title defenses at middleweight. So, loss or two don't define you, bro. I mean, look at Geno Smith for the Seahawks. A lot of people wrote him off, He kept, he matured, he perfected his craft and, he carried on. Amir Khan lost early to British Prescott, still became world champion, a couple times and still was able to get a Canelo payday. He also if he lose, he ain't as good. And then a lot of these dudes hop on social media and shit and see that they lose and you a bum, you a journeyman now and all this type of shit. They believe it. They go into depression. They stay out the ring already a year. So now they out the ring 18 months, 24 months and shit. And then before you know it, bro, it's over with because they mentally been fed into what the fans are saying on social media. Like I said before, one thing you got to do, man, is just believe. Leave that social media shit alone, bro. Because a lot of these dudes that talk shit on the internet and talk shit on social media, bro, if they see you in person, they ain't gonna say nothing, bro. They gonna walk by, put their head down. A lot of these people that they got an opinion that's flossing like they got it, man. I know for a fact these niggas be asking for $20, $40. I know they ain't got it. So, I had to learn that with social media too. You can't fight every battle. You can't fight every battle. You can't, initiate no beefs for what? Because when I see you and you see me, okay, it's not gonna be, you're not gonna do nothing, bro. Not. You got people, women that getting their body done, shaming women that's elegant and natural and covering up and shit and being tasteful, and the bitch get naked with a booty that's 90 degrees off angle, she get 1,000 likes. You know what I'm saying? And that's depressing, naturally beautiful woman for what? It's social media, bro. Don't let that discourage you, encourage nobody. Nigga, like he got all the ice and the whips and the jewelry. A lot of niggas be depressed, bro. This nigga said, I done fucked the 10th bitch this weekend. A lot of niggas paying for it, bro. A lot of niggas ain't happy. So you always got to remind yourself, sometimes it's best to, disengage from social media for a while. It is. And just, unless you got business purposes only, like, don't listen to, I be looking at motherfuckers, I be like, I know you ain't got it, bro. I be like, I know you ain't. I know you a bum. I know you struggling. So I don't get into none of that shit. Remember that movie Player One and shit? When y'all actually met up with each other and shit. Ramirez did though. Yeah, ESPN gave him a fight day in New Orleans. AC Picks, he said, I have a tough day every day with my neighbor walking outside. Every time I step out, I pay rent, but she thinks I'm a thief. It's crazy, bro. That's crazy, dude. Like, yeah, man. Ain't shit you can do but stay in your own lane. I won't let that discourage me, bro. At all. Motherfucker, I might throw a party around that bitch. I might call some real thieves around that bitch. How about that? They always profiling motherfuckers and shit. And that's why I try to just keep my shit in my house. That's one thing you can always do. Just try to, train your kids, train your significant other. Don't go on social media. Don't tell the street your business. That used to be a key. That used to be creed in the motherfucking in the black community. That used to be a creed, nigga, where you can't tell what's going on in this house outside this house, bro. That used to be, man. That was higher than the law. That was beyond religion, nigga. You learned that before you knew Google Gaga. J Cash the Money Man, salute. Now I be staying in my own lane, bro. That's what I just try to do the best. And I just noticed stop trying to help motherfuckers out. Keep your opinion to yourself. Keep to yourself. You stay out a lot of bullshit, bro. Because a lot of times the motherfuckers that you feel like, oh, I go to the club with or we cool with, when you need help, I seen this when I was younger. You need help, they ain't nowhere to be found. But they need help and shit. They get in, you there for them. I cut everybody off. I got a couple solid homies I'm cool with, bro. Like I said, if I was to get married, I wouldn't have enough enough people to come to the wedding. I'm fine with that. I'm 100% fine with that, bro. What 21 Savage say? He said I had to cut some niggas off because they did me no good. I come from the ghetto, so my trunk is in my hood. What he said, my trunk is in my hood. He was going on that Drake album. That's the only reason I listened to it for real. Told said I got 2,000 on Benavidez by KO. You might be right. That's how Vegas get. That's how Vegas suck you. Just like, oh, it's just too good to be true. It's just too good to be true. And then this motherfucker plant knocked this motherfucker out and they fuck up the money and they got money. People are like, oh, this is a sure thing. Because the odds not that far apart from me. Yeah, shout out to my New Orleans homie, Gino Wee. Salute. Give me some G Nikes. I'm gonna buy me some more G Nikes, homie. Kobe 2K fan, salute. Joey, he said, my money's short. I might just stream this. Well, how you gonna say drop 2K and then you gonna stream that shit? Come on now, Joey. Don't say you putting your money, your re-up, your bill money up. This nigga Benavidez lose. You gonna be in this motherfucker crying. I think about putting a couple dollars on somebody. I'm not gonna say who. Travis Spirit, what's going on? Nuke 1, up gang, salute. Lather, salute. What's going on? Shout out to all my Louisiana brethren. But like I said before, man, boxing just tend to be going the other motherfucking way, boy. I tell you. When you look like, oh man, it's a short thing. Shit, I thought Cotto and Sergio Martinez was a short thing. Fucking for sure. I thought that was a fucking short thing, man. I was sadly mistaken. Martinez ain't had shit else in that league. And then Cotto didn't allow him to wear that knee brace or some shit like that. I mean, it's a cold game, man. Cotto was a cold character, bro. Because remember, he said he thought that Al Heyman and them should have robbed Austin Trout for him and shit. He said that shit after the fight, and that's why he went back over to Golden Boy. These motherfucking fighters be entitled and shit. But ain't no way, no prime fucking Cotto, no prime any version of Cotto beating Sergio Martinez at 54 or above. Ain't no fucking way. Martinez in his prime would have fucked Cotto up, bro. We all know that. He'd have knocked his ass clean the fuck out. The best version of Cotto, too. The best version of it. That's why Triple G sat there. That's why real quick Triple G sat there and waited till Martinez got old overnight. And then he wanted to come to America screaming big drama show and shit. Baby, I'll be telling you about some of these fighters, bro. Yeah, these niggas be suckers, bro. A lot of them niggas be, man, he be like, man, dude, I remember that shit. He big drama show. Soon as Martinez fought Chavez and started limping around the ring in the Mark Murray time, they motherfucker get back. Big drama show. I'm ready, Martinez. I'm looking at this nigga. You sorry. But when Caleb Plant touched his chin or his face or some shit, he in his head, bro. He gonna try to walk him into something. That's why I say this, man. You gotta gauge motherfucking shit, bro. No matter what the narrative is on this level, put your fist in wrap it and put it in an 8 ounce or 10 ounce. They ain't 10 ounces, man. That motherfucker like a bat in a motherfucking grocery bag, my nigga. That wrap, it protect the hand, but it's like it make your hands even harder, bro. So you think you just about to walk through this nigga like you Orange Juice Jones in the rain? I saw you and him walking in the rain. You were holding him. That nigga be sadly mistaken. He think he gonna just walk Caleb Plant down without gauging his power. Caleb Plant be sweet. He'll be smart tomorrow night to change speeds, lower him in, touch him. You know what I'm saying? Touch him a little bit to the body, go up and down. And then drop the boom on his ass. He'd be very smart to do that tomorrow. Just keep changing the speeds, punches, just touch him. You know what I'm saying? I like him to go out there and get respect and pop him in his mouth and let him know, like, nigga, you can't come in the front, side door, back door, through the side window. None of that shit. I would love him to do that. But if he ain't going to do that, he'd be nice to load David Benavidez in there and just touch him. And Benavidez get braille out. He don't have no power there. Pow! Drop the boom on his ass. You know, a lot of these motherfuckers don't change speed of their shots no more, bro. You see Errol Spence versus Ugas, he throw everything the same punch, everything the same, everything the same speed, same velocity, the same. You know, he very accurate. You know what I'm saying? But motherfucker that know how to change his speeds, bro, is dangerous, bro. Who know that I could just touch him, and then I could just turn this motherfucking shot over, bow, and it's Crawford is good at that, bro. Crawford good at it. He really good at just changing the speed of his shots. Low key, bro. Deontay Wilder good at it. You know what I'm saying? Deontay Wilder pretty good at it, man. He just throw that. I think he just really good at he just got a sixth sense on how to throw the right hand. But motherfucker, man, he'd change the speed on that right hand too in the motherfucker. He'd throw it off. He'd lead off with it. He'd throw a right hand. He'd throw a jab. He'd shoot it behind the right hand. He'd vary it too. But yeah, that motherfucking right hand, people be just talking about, you gotta avoid it, but it's fast. It's fast as shit. But yeah, just change. Plant be smart as hell tomorrow to change speed of his shots, bro. Smart as hell. Just lower him in there, touch him. And get Benavidez to be brave and sleep his ass. But one thing about Benavidez, when he started walking your ass down and get into a rhythm, it's Benavidez like for you to be stationary too, bro. That's the thing about Benavidez. He wait for you. He'll wait for you to stand still and shit, and then he'll get off and he'll pin you against the rope. He's so fucking big, bro. So I like what Jamal Charlo said about the fight. He said that if Caleb Plant's down the outside, he loses. And everybody was shocked when he said that shit because he 100% right, bro. He cannot stay on the outside. He will lose this fight. He cannot stay on the outside. He is going to get picked the fucking apart. Trump people think, him just going in and out. Man, bro. He can't stay on the outside. His best bet is to push this big motherfucker back. That's his best bet, is to push him back, make Benavidez box off the back foot. And a great way to keep Benavidez, to offset Benavidez from coming forward, is jabbing to the body, keeping controlling the left jab, just jabbing, and then stepping over and using your angles, bro. But Bredman already showed that with J Rock doing the inside. So exactly, Bredman, that should be part of the game plan or plan B. You know what I'm saying? That should be a plan B. Is get plan on the inside, and plan on the inside and make them fight on the inside and push them back. And just rip the body when you in there. And then when Benavidez started to try to throw, I got a sneaky suspicion when you get Benavidez in that position, Benavidez gonna start standing straight up. He ain't gonna keep his guard tight. And I think it's gonna be an opportunity for him to chin check him too, bro. That I think Charlo had the best game plan. He's saying the same shit I'm saying. He's saying Benavidez on the outside, he gonna lose. He gotta push him back. And everybody say, well, there's a lot of risk. Like, bro, you want to make millions of dollars? You want to make millions of fucking dollars for getting your ass whooped for 10 rounds and I can get knocked out in 3 or 4 and go party? Fuck that. You're gonna get knocked out regardless. It's just a matter of time on the outside. You dancing and you boxing. It's just a matter of fucking time, bro. Sometimes you gotta bully the bully, bro. Sometimes you gotta bully the bully, and I think his game plan gotta be with some aggression, jab, body work, and counter punching. That's gonna be the 4 things he needs to do tomorrow, bro. They're the 4 things he needs to do tomorrow. That one, the 4 things he needs to do tomorrow. He gotta push this motherfucker back, bro. And part of pushing him back is gonna be that left jab, body work. And when he get on the inside, rip that motherfucking body like J Rock was doing and rip it upstairs. I think what he gonna do? He stay on the outside. Y'all think he gonna box and move on out? Man, bro, he got tired boxing versus Canelo, bro. He can't move for 12 rounds, bro. I'm telling you, he can't move for 12 rounds versus Benavidez. Benavidez is just gonna take his time. He gonna break him down. Even if he had a tough time touching him, he gonna just start hitting him everywhere, hitting him on the hip, touching the body, Plant gonna start to fade, and Benavidez gonna close the show. I already know what it's gonna be like. He said, "I just hope Plant team don't throw the towel in. Could his daddy in the corner? Plant better not quit. You know." Plant not even go show up. I don't know why y'all think this dude's scared, man. Usually the loudest motherfucker in the room is the weakest one. That's my opinion on a lot of shit. Usually the loudest guy in the room is the weakest one. You know, I know Benavidez trying to sell the fight and shit, but that niggas that get loud don't scare me, bro. David defense is trash. He can't be exposed. But yeah, I mean, when you fight smaller guys, you can get away with shit like that. That's what I want to see. I want to see, can he? I said the same thing about Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson be getting hit by some dudes. He get bored in that motherfucker. He know they really can't get no leverage because they smaller than him. You know, I saying the same thing, Bookie, about Shakur Stevenson. He got hit with some shots versus Valdez that he shouldn't even got fucking hit with. It's exactly what I said. He's getting hit with shot, you know. That's because dudes like Benavidez, Shakur, who bigger and more talented than the guys that they fighting right now. You know, let's see if Benavidez can tighten his defense up and close and tighten his gaps up versus Plant. Because Plant just as tall and long as he is, so he's not gonna be able to get away with just walking the motherfucking down with his hands at his hips. And let's see if he can tighten his defense up. And if he can tighten his defense up versus Plant, where he can tighten it up when he need to. I don't really see nobody whooping his ass then. That 68. I don't see it. I don't see it. But if he can't tighten that defense up tomorrow night, that might be the deciding factor, bro. Because you notice he like to get, when he gets you on the ropes, he like to work. So then, you work on tying up. He like to throw them combinations when you stationary. And guess what? When he throw them combinations, when you stationary, guess what he is? He's stationary. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? Either you don't be stationary for him to get off, or if y'all both stationary, you better be prepared to clinch. So you got to make this motherfucker pick his feet up, bro. And when you stay still and he about to punch, move off the mark or beat him to it. This is a combination of things Caleb Plant got to do, bro. And I think one of the important things that I said was him working that body. I think that's important, bro, because we know Plant get weaker throughout the fight from all that moving and shit. Benavidez and historically pressure fighters, they get stronger throughout the fight because they not wasting no energy. When you got a boxer coming out there, they touching you and they moving and they on the toes and they flashy and they fainting and all this shit. This is Chavez or Duran just picking. You like, oh, he doing really, really well. Golovkin picking them off. You know what I'm saying? Rolling this shot, maybe eat a couple shots and they keep coming forward. You know what I'm saying? They start to, better be able to do this stuff up too. And then, you see them kind of start to warm up, start to sweat a little bit. Now, a jab is pushing the boxer back to the ropes and, he might be clinching for a minute. Then you see the pressure fighter just start to put one, good jab together. That's still a good round for Plant. Woo, woo, woo. Now he put the jab together. He might double it or some shit like that. Then he land a body shot or a shot that changed the whole fight. Now the pressure, now that the boxer is, more stationary and, what I'm saying? He want to move, but he can't. And now the pressure fighter start going to work. Now that 1 or 2 shots he put together, 3, 4 shots. You know what I'm saying? Now the fighter fall into the ropes. And then it's pretty much game over. Game over. They not wasting no energy. They basically jogging on the first half of the fight. And Lord knows you let them win 2 rounds out the first 6. Lord willing, you won't 3 rounds of the first 6. It's a wrap. It's a fucking wrap. It's a wrap. Or they score a knockdown or 2. Oh, that's a wrap. You better have the complete arsenal. Benavidez can get off the can. He got the style to come back. Caleb Plant don't have the style to come back. Even though he landed that 1 shot versus Darrell, he punching better, punching harder and shit. Benavidez is going to strap his nuts on, put his chin down, and walk through a motherfucker if he got to. Plant not equipped like that from what I seen. So if it's somebody who's gonna survive, you know, a cut or survive being knocked down, it's gonna be David Benavidez. But yeah, you know, them pressure fighters, bro. It's just when they just take their time, bro. They know that they pressure gonna break somebody down, but you know, dangerous people for them is the boxers that know how to put water in the bank, that know how to keep them turning, who are to keep them fainting off balance. You know what I'm saying? Just enough movement. You know, somebody like Pernell Whitaker, how he walked down Chavez. That's how you fight motherfuckers like that. You don't even let them motherfuckers even get no rhythm coming on the front foot. You take all that shit away. You spread your legs out like Pernell Whitaker, and you take it to their ass. And then when he try to get off from the outside, that's not their strength. Pernell is in his bag. So now Chavez trying to jump in and do so. Oh, Pernell just pivot. That's it. Make him look stupid. You know what I'm saying? He should pivot. I'm off the mark. Because they think ain't jumping in and out. They think it's working their way in. You folding the use are coming to the pressure. They think it's working their way in. You know, if they think it's working their way in and getting in. Most of the pressure fighters, they don't jump in and they don't jump in and then jump out. They don't jump in. No, once they in your house, it's hard to get them out your house. So they just don't jump in. So you got to stop them motherfuckers from getting past. You got to put a gate up or a fence up. You got to stop them from walking in off rip. Pernell just walked to you. Now, Plant don't necessarily have to adopt that. But, you know, I'd rather stop a nigga in his tracks before you get to rolling. What's up, Kobe? If anybody want to join, I'll put in the chat. Kobe, you there? Oh, he on mute, so he'll be there in a minute. Johnson, salute. AB, what's going on? But yeah, I study pressure fire because historically that's all they used to be. Or there used to be a bunch of them, bro. Study them type of dudes, bro. Once you let them motherfuckers, man, that's why Pacquiao kept turning motherfucking Barrera and just throwing. Don't let them get him warmed up. They were like he's battling cancer, HIV. Man, I don't think so, bro. Y'all over exaggerating, dog. Weight cuts is weight cuts. That's what it is. Weight cut is a weight cut. He young enough to survive it, bro. I'm telling you. Caleb Plant don't look the healthiest neither. If I knew the NCAA tournament was gonna be in this motherfucker, I sure would have went. I don't have no interest in the tournament though, to be honest. I ain't watched one dribble though. Hopefully them suckers fighting June 17th. Ah man. Benavidez don't got the defense, but Plant can't box for 12 rounds. Benavidez might end up showing y'all. He might tighten his defense up. But we know security can defend. He just get bored in there. He might tighten that shit up. Benavidez most accurate puncher. Well, I mean, who he fighting? Come on, if I go in a room full of fucking kindergarten, I'll be the most accurate puncher in that motherfucker too. So who he fighting? And I don't believe in copy boxing either, bro. Benavidez fans sold the fight out. I don't think the fight sold out, bro. It might be sold out tomorrow. They got a lot of competition out there. The NCAA tournament. What artists doing some residencies. I mean, it's a lot of shit to do in Vegas. Shows and shit. They got a good ass Italian restaurant in New York. That shit fire, bro. But yeah, New York, it got some hella fun, and they're a little bit expensive to stay in that motherfucker though. But man, it's great. Get on a little roller coaster and shit. People say, yeah, get on the roller coaster. That shit don't scare me. Davis being emotional could cost him. Could be. Emotions could be a good thing or a bad thing. So all how you harness it. I think this does 85. I hope they do more than that, honestly. I don't even fuck with Al, but this is good. It's good for boxing. But they got a lot of competition in Vegas. A lot. I didn't even know the NCAA tournament was there. Kind of like they fucked them for making a great fight. Al Hammond, I'm gonna give you March 25th. Like, okay. If he showed defense, he probably the best of 60. Yeah, he is. He showed defense. It's over with, nigga. Shit, I'm like fading him. He said Plant needs to work the body a lot. Sharpshoot Benavidez when counter, work the body, get that jab going. All that. Crowley on he fighting the title eliminator for the WBC. He's fighting the fuck is he fighting? Yeah, I'll talk about the undercard real quick. Who is he fighting, bro? I think he fight one of the Ramos brothers or some shit. nephew, uncle. Shit, I'm like Takeoff and Quavo. Rest in power to them brother. Rest in power to that brother Takeoff. He fighting the one that Ugas fought. Hey, I don't know why Abel Ramos keep getting shots. Shit, Abel Ramos out here getting shots like he Al Heyman made or personal assistant or some shit like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, he get hella shots on that hoe, man. Hella shots. So I mean, I also heard Charles Martin gonna be on the YouTube version of Ryan Garcia and Tank too. That was on Boxing Scene. Barber sent that to me. I don't know who's gonna be on Tank undercard, but I don't know none of these dudes right here. I don't know who Robert Merriweather is, but he opened up the fight. The third. 3-0, 2 KOs. He from Louisville. Louisville kind of trying to blow up now, bro. You got ESTG. You got Jack Harlow. Yeah, man, Louisville big as hell too, bro. I was driving through that bitch for a minute. But my favorite fight on the card is Colbert and Jose Venezuela. Two guys that lost. I know people was kind of confused why Colbert was holding the Mexican flag. One of the reasons Colbert was holding the Mexican flag was his I guess his adopted father or his mentor is Mexican, so that's why it wasn't no pun intended. It's just that he called himself both, I believe. So I mean that's a good fight. Rayo was on the cusp of getting a title shot. I think they was gonna put him in there with Pitbull Cruz had he beat that that I don't know what happened to the guy that whooped his ass. Edwin De Los Santos. Chris Colbert said he just sparred with him all the time. I think Rayo overlooked Dog, but Dog a problem though. Because Dog got. Anytime I see a motherfucker with 15 wins and 14 knockouts, who beat him? He lost a split decision versus William Foster. I don't know why his name sounds familiar. That kid undefeated too. 15 wins and nine knockouts. He big as shit too. 5'10", 6'9", 69.5-inch reach at lightweight. Yeah, he beat Avery Spear. I think he might have fought De Los Santos on motherfucking on Showbox possibly. I could be wrong. I think I heard about that fight. But yeah, man, one dude lining it back up, bro. It's funny how you whoop a nigga ass and then he get a fight before you get a fight. Boxing is just some crazy shit. But this motherfucker, I seen that fight. He a problem. And he invited for all the haters. So yeah, he a Dominican problem. And a southpaw. Yeah, that nigga was on crack fighting that motherfucker. Oh, he a southpaw too. Yeah, Rayo pretty big too, bro. I was listening to Benavidez Senior who trained him. He was kind of talking shit about him on the Boxing Voice. I guess he started getting his head too big or whatever. But Rayo can punch. But if Colbert in his bag, bro, Colbert should disarm him. If Colbert in his bag, Colbert should really disarm him. If Colbert is what we thought he was, bro, he should disarm him. Unless he's just another New York City head case. He should disarm him. But old boy took the fight because he seen a 130-pounder hurt Chris Colbert. He said it at the press conference or something, didn't he? He said you got knocked out by 130-pounder. Colbert said, I ain't get knocked out, boy. That was you. So we'll see. Colbert said he was dealing with some shit, And if he impressive in this fight, bro, who knows? Who knows? If he impressive in this fight, bro, but I still believe in the talent. But he just, he said I made a lot of money earlier. I made a lot of money fast. Just let you know, these dudes is all about the money, bro. They want the money. They want the money, bro. That's what they about. They want the money. They want the money, bro. They want the money. They remember you fighters used to just salivate over getting world titles, man. Remember that used to be the thing? I can't wait to get a world title. I can't wait to get a world title. And now it's just about the money. I ain't mad at it too. There's a lot of poverty going around and money. But I used to just know you hear fighters just dream about putting the title around their waist. They didn't water and diluted the title shit down so much, bro. Bad. They didn't diluted that shit out. So yeah, Crawley on the undercard. What's good? AOA say I got Plant by KO. We'll see. David remind me of Tarver. I think Tarver was more of a technician than David is, but they both big as hell. But shout out to Hollywood Ingram. Crowley gonna get knocked out. You think so? He ain't fighting that Ramos. He fighting the other one. The one that Ugas fought for the WBA. Yeah, he fighting the other one. The other one, the one you talking about probably is fighting Joey Spencer, his nephew. Jesus Alejandro Ramos. He fighting Joey Spencer. I think I like Joey Spencer and he from Michigan and stuff. I think Abel Ramos, I think Jesus Ramos gonna run away with that one. I don't even think they should have been the main event either, bro. On the cool, I think that hold on. Yeah, I think Colbert and Venezuela should have been the main event, but probably not because they coming off losses. But that's the best fight to me. But this, I think this is a good one too. But I think Jesus Alejandro Ramos, I think he about to beat the shit out of Joey Spencer, bro. And I hope I'm wrong, but he about to beat Joey Spencer ass. He about to fuck Joey Spencer up, bro. So, and I like the competition. And Joey Spencer had a knockout in a couple years. I just like the competition level of Jesus Ramos a little bit better. Lucas Santa Maria, I think he the dude that beat J Rock, didn't he? Maybe I'm tripping. My bad. I thought that was him. I know him from somewhere. He beat somebody. Devin Alexander. He beat Abel Ramos. So yeah, he beat Abel Ramos. Vladimir Hernandez. I mean, he beat Brian Mendoza, who now fighting what's the kid's name? Fondora next in about a week or two. So yeah, and I like the way how Jesus look, bro. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Jesus. I'm pulling for Joey, but Jesus he the one Ramos that can fucking fight. Jesus a problem, bro. Jesus a problem. Support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 313. Said Canelo next fight getting a lot of press in Spanish. Of course, he fighting at home. And already sold out, I heard. Dre Berry said, who you got, Plant or the Coke Kid? I got David, bro. I got David in 10, bro. Hellcat. Spence looked drunk in that thumbnail. What thumbnail? He ain't in my thumbnail. But damn, I got Plant, bro. A lot of people do coke nowadays. Nigga, that shit. I think it's in some parts of Mexico they use it for recreational use. You know, I mean, some people say they be at a table with niggas and then people just pull out doing it. I'm good. You do that shit at my house, you got to go. You got to go. I'm good. You can smoke weed. I don't smoke weed, but you can smoke weed. Yeah, cool. But I don't do the other shit. I don't do the pills. I don't do the coke, and I don't do the purses. Leave your purse. You gotta check your purse at my door. You gotta check your purse at my door, bro. I don't do the purses. So okay, laugh my ass. I thought he was fighting the good one. No. The other one, he fighting Crowley Crawley. He fighting the other Crowley Crawley fighting the other one, the uncle. He said, yeah, Jesus Ramos legit. Yeah, Jesus Ramos a fucking problem, bro. He might be the best prospect that they got, bro. He a fucking problem. I ain't gonna lie. That motherfucker, I like him. I like him. So I ain't really mad that's the co-main event, but I like him. But I don't think Joey Spencer gonna put up much of a fight. But I hope he do. I hope Joey Spencer win. But I like Jesus Ramos in this fight. Yeah, Jesus is a motherfucking problem, bro. But yeah, you talking about Cody Crowley? He fighting the other Ramos. I think that might open up the card. He fighting Abel. You know, who stopped Abel? Let me see. Somebody stopped Abel probably early in his career. He was retired. Oh, he got stopped by Regis. Okay. He got stopped by Regis. He split decision loss. He lost to Lucas Santa Maria. That's who he beat. Lucas Santa Maria beat this Ramos. So I knew I wasn't fucking tripping. But Cody Crowley looked like Caleb, the welterweight version of Caleb Plant when he got his beard. He bring a lot of pressure. I expect him to get the. I expect him to beat Ramos. But anytime you go on the west, you go to Vegas, or you go on the West Coast, the Hispanics gonna have some type of advantage. Yeah, the Hispanics gonna have some type of advantage. So, Joey Spencer, Colbert, Cody Crowley, and Caleb Plant, they going into enemy territory. They going to enemy territory, going out west. I went to Vegas, man. It was so many Mexicans just at the thing. I was like, damn. They started to match prospects, non-PBC. That's a good sign. Them niggas going broke. They ain't got no choice. Kofi Universe, salute. Y'all go subscribe to Kofi Universe. Latest and greatest hip hop news and album reviews. Right. So, yeah, I'll give my picks. All right. I got any other questions y'all want to ask? Answer now, forever. Hold your peace to after the fight. I plan on going live after the fight, so I'm gonna give me a good nap in tomorrow. I don't got shit to do. Just probably got to wash tomorrow. That's it. So my vacation in. Be back at work on Monday. So shit. Should have took 2 weeks off. No, I wouldn't want to one back. But yeah, I pick them real quick. I like Colbert by unanimous decision. I don't think it's gonna be easy early on. Venezuela can punch. Seem like he's still counting on his power. I think Colbert got a reality check. So I like Colbert in that one. I like which is they're the third fight. So the opening pay-per-view fight is Crowley and Abel Ramos. I like Cody Crowley in this one. I think it's gonna be a unanimous decision. So yeah, I like Colbert by unanimous decision. Might be split because I'm gonna say Colbert by decision, Crowley by unanimous decision, Colbert by unanimous decision. Hey, Jesus Alejandro Ramos versus Joey Spencer. I'm gonna say he knock out Joey Spencer about the 8th round. They going 10, so yeah, about 8th round knockout, and then David Benavidez. I like Benavidez in 10 versus Caleb Plant. Wouldn't be surprised if Benavidez handle his business. I mean, Plant handle his business. It wouldn't surprise me none. But I'm gonna go with Benavidez in 10. Yeah, smash the like button. Appreciate it. Hit the link tree. He said you think PBC going to give Canelo? I don't think Canelo want it. I don't think Canelo want nothing to do with PBC right now. I think they got a plan to fight Beeble, and I think it might be a plan. If they do fight Benavidez, he gonna make Benavidez come over there. Oh yeah. If he really wanted to fight better BF, he'd let Beeble fight better BF, and then when it came back and fought the winner in September. So he ain't gonna, even if he beat Beeble, he ain't gonna take that title and do shit with it. So he ain't. So basically he had no ambitions on fighting better BF. They trying to stop better BF. They trying to protect Beeble. That's why Eddie Hearn had the WBC ordered Callum Smith to take on better BF mandatory. Man, these fucking shit's a joke. And then Callum Smith pulled out of a fight with a fake injury. So, man, they trying to stop better BF. That's why I don't be believing shit Eddie Hearn be saying when he talk about the betterment of boxing or boxing getting back to where it need to be. He a huge part of the problem. I got any other questions I'll answer them. He a huge part of the problem. He a huge part of the problem. He a huge part of the problem. So they saying that Tyson Fury and Joe Joyce is now the front runner for Fury's next fight this summer, providing Joyce beats Zhang on April 15th. So I told Mike Coppinger. So I told y'all that this dude wasn't trying to fight no Tyson, no Usyk. I told y'all. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all. When they was face to face, and he said that and he was like, oh, and Usyk was looking at him like he was fool, and then he said, oh, I'll fight Joe Joyce. I'll fight Joe Joyce. When he did that shit, I was like, yeah, that dude don't want nothing to do with Usyk. He don't want nothing to do with him. He don't want nothing to do with him. He don't want nothing to do with him, bro. Nothing to do with him. When he turned and said, "Well, I'll fight Usyk," well, I'll fight Joe Joyce. I said when he said that shit, he ain't want no problems with Usyk. Look how Usyk was looking at him like he was fooled. He ain't want no problem, bro. I can tell, bro. I told you. I mean, I gotta remember Tyson Fury ducked the Vladimir Klitschko rematch and ducked the ped test. I gotta be real. Gotta remember, he tried to get out the Deontay Wilder rematch. Don't forget that too. Signing over the top rank. Then Deontay had to take him to litigation for the third fight. Don't forget that. So that's not like Fury got a history of ducking. I don't know if Usyk got a history of ducking. I don't remember shit that he ducked. Hard to duck at cruiserweight. Having a great weekend, CJ. One of the illest. Shout out to L5 player. Salute, bro. Shakir fighting in 2 weeks. Yeah, I guess I don't be paying no attention. I ain't gonna lie to you, though. I ain't paying no attention to it. I think he fighting Shintaki Rushroom or some shit, dude. I got a parlay with David Benavidez name on it. I'm gonna do something. 4-2 something. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna put something together, bro. But I don't watch the NBA. I don't watch the NBA, bro. And I don't know what's going on in college basketball. I ain't watched college basketball all day. I went to one one Michigan game, so I don't know what's going on, bro. I'm like really like football at this point. Man, you mind when you go live? I could join the panel. Yeah, you got just let me know. Got hit me up on social media, bro. You could have joined today. I'll put the link in there. So, but other than that, man, that's what I'm rolling with. Appreciate y'all, man. Shit, I have some more content tomorrow. Peace.